trades in the NBA. This is one of the... And Nick Richards, of course, other trades, but some big names are already headed elsewhere. More on that later. Meanwhile, Phoenix 10 and 15 on the road. As we mentioned, just a game over 500. Allen kicks it out. Booker up top to O'Neal. Good ball movement, but excellent defense. O'Neal, long three-pointer. Got it. Player and getting a start here tonight for the Phoenix Suns.
And very important, the ball changed sides of the floor the way it did on that possession against Oklahoma City.
Jalen Williams pulls up. That's a much-deserved first All-Star selection for Jalen Williams.
Yeah, very complete player. And he puts up those complimentary numbers for Shea every night. But, man, can he defend.
For Phoenix, that's one of the things they want to do. They want to shoot more threes. As Gilgeous-Alexander
Yeah, speaking of shooting more threes, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander shooting at a higher volume than he ever has throughout his career. Really added that to his repertoire this season.
Booker off the mark. There's Wiggins. Wiggins has had some big games lately. Coming off the bench, Gilgeous-Alexander to Hartenstein. The other #1 defensive rated team in the NBA, the Thunder are, but they're also pretty darn good on the offensive end, the 6th rated. Tyus Jones misfires. All 4 field goal attempts for Phoenix from 3-point range. Gilgeous-Alexander, he loves that spot.
Never seen really at controlling that area with a live dribble because of his ability to stop quickly and shoot that pull-up.
Booker whips a pass, great ball movement. Jones goes up top to Allen. Allen off the bounce, goes at Hartenstein. Bank shot misses. Nick Richards. You like Richards' addition?
I do. He gives them athleticism on the glass. He's come in and been very productive, particularly as a rebounder, but he can make plays offensively, athletically, that some of their other centers can't.
Grabs the rebound. This is just his 10th game since they acquired him from Charlotte. Booker off the bounce. Double team. Royce O'Neal tries again and hits again. So O'Neal off to an excellent
this year for Royce O'Neal. 9.2 points, over 40% from the 3-point line.
Gilgeous-Alexander too strong. O'Neal grabs the rebound. Phoenix comes in with a 2-game losing streak, lost twice in Portland. As Booker gets inside, count.
Egoless portion of this team with a young team where they understand Shai's going to eat first, then it's going to be Jalen Williams and Chet Holmgren when he's healthy, and then the rest of the role players. Again, not something that's very commonplace in the NBA with a team as league, Mike.
All right, George, thank you. Basket down the other end. Allen runs into it, kicks it out. Jones knocks. He is everything you want in your face of the franchise player.
No doubt. And one of the great points that Mark Daigneault made was his ability to get his own and hunt as an aggressive scorer without negatively affecting the rhythm of every your best player.
Wiggins on a follow there. Wiggins coming off a couple of nights ago, the best game of his life, a 41-point game, getting the start. Mark Daigneault likes to do that once in a while on that 5th starter. Hansa alternates it every once in a while. Booker, catch, shoot. Fight for the rebound. Hartenstein and Gilgeous-Alexander picks it up. Gilgeous-Alexander in the paint draws
to run extra for teams.
Well, this
Williams as well. I put in that category as a great mid-range player.
little zone defense here from the Thunder. Tyus Jones floaters up. That won't go. Richard tried to keep it alive. Gilgeous-Alexander comes away with it. Allen guarding him. Lou Dort. High arcing three. Boy, that one was launched up high. As Booker comes the other way. Nice feed. Oh, knocked away. Just about to say nice feed, and Jalen Williams gets in the passing lane. Wait,
converts turnovers the way the Thunder do. They just make you pay, and that's what Mike Budenholzer said before the game. Number one thing, top of the whiteboard, take care of the basketball. First turnover on the Suns.
There's another turnover. Booker threw it away. Gilgeous-Alexander drives, gets inside, missed the layup, but Jalen Williams played for Dallas and trade. You know, Legs, a night like this, the night before the trading deadline, how much anxiety is in the locker room? How much discussion did the players talk about possibility of having their life thrown into upheaval?
Absolutely hangs in the air over the entire team. I was on a number of teams where guys were traded. See what the new version is going to be.
Some great defense from OKC in that last one. Hartenstein couldn't get it control. Richards with the rebound. There's still rumors out there. There's a lot of rumor that Kevin Durant could be traded. Bradley Beal could be traded. And until that deadline comes and goes, They're always thinking about it. Richards floats it up. In the 9 games he's played so far, averaging 9 points, 10.5 boards. Dort to Hartenstein. He has perfected that.
Doves into the air, the way he lets go of that thing. And they typically end up very peacefully at the bottom of the net as well.
For a big, tough guy, it's such a field goal. Gilgeous-Alexander again gets inside, gets off the shot.
Take that shot.
So much bigger than they even.
Much hype from what he did in New York, and then entering the market, wondering where he was going to end up. He has more than lived up to every dollar he got from the OKC Thunder.
Ousmane Dieng coming into the game for OKC. And Phoenix back up by 1.
Really moving the ball. That's what you have to do. You're not going to beat this team consistently off the dribble. It has to move through the air. Phoenix has done a great job of that to this point.
And Dieng called.
Team that loads up on the paint the way Oklahoma City does.
You've even seen Daigneault throwing a little bit of zone here in this first quarter. Now Dort on Beal. Beal, nice move inside and squeaks it in. Phoenix back up by 3. Suns are shooting 10 of 15 from the field again against the best defense in the league. The other Jalen Williams, his first shot of the night, misses. Mason Plumlee bound. So Plumlee, Booker, Beal, and Booker goes right at Alex Caruso, and Isaiah Joe in for the Thunder. Beal looking for someone to throw to. Booker, fortunately, it was there for him. Allen the extra pass. Beal very aggressive off the bench. 7 points. There's Isaiah Joe. Joe whips a pass. Dieng nails that 3 against the Bucks. Now it was a blowout game, but he had season high 21 points, season high 8 rebounds, season high 5 assists. As you saw the grimace. Booker. Gilgeous-Alexander goes right at. Just got 11 points already. Booker guarded by Caruso, the other new big-time acquisition in the offseason. Dunn rushed it, comes up short.
That contact, didn't get the call on that one, but could have been a 3-point play.
Gilgeous-Alexander pulls back.
Functional strength, without a doubt. He has it. Another one there operating in that favorite spot, 15 to 18 feet pull-up.
There's Caruso, such a good defensive player, harassing Booker. Plumlee, difficult pass, but finds its way to Jones. Jones just gets it off in time.
A little bit of separation by dipping that shoulder into your chest, and then he separates backwards, lean back, got good height to get that extension and pull-up shot.
Durant's a candidate for that as well. Williams off to Dieng. Dieng goes right at Booker, floats it up, shot. So keeps his aggressiveness from that blowout the other night. Right here tonight in their first quarter. Some important minutes.
I think that's part of the reason. He takes a lot of difficult threes.
Jalen Williams, 2 minutes to go here in the first. There's been a pretty good pace in this one thus far. Both teams shooting a high percentage. Plumlee to Beal. Booker off the bounce, stripped Caruso. Joe picks it up. Boy, Caruso already a huge impact. 5 turnovers. Dieng goes inside. Can't get it to go. Plumlee the rebound. Booker wanting to post up against Isaiah Joe. There's the double. Dunn, good clean look. Plumlee the weak side rebound. And Dunn cuts.
You get caught unaware on the weak side. The offensive rebound put them in chaos mode. Brian Dunn, great job reading that with the cut from the opposite corner.
Gilgeous-Alexander misses a 3. Ball batted around. Booker did a good job tipping it away. And Plumlee will hand off. Bradley Beal goes right at Isaiah Joe. Jump shot. It's good.
Exactly. So, and he went to the bench, accepted it. Mike Budenholzer said, been the ultimate pro. And he is coming in cooking. He's got the green light as soon as he touches it, and he's got it going so far this one.
Gilgeous-Alexander trying to draw a foul. Can't get it to go, but right there. Caruso's dealt with a bunch of injuries in his first year here in OKC, but when healthy, he is an absolute pest defensively. There's so many different things to impact winning. Beal, corner three, won't go. Gilgeous-Alexander will slow it down. Phoenix has a foul to give. Shot clock turned off. Up top, Isaiah Joe. Long three-pointer at the buzzer. Nails.
Slithery out there weaving through traffic. How do you try to limit his effectiveness?
Just make things tough for him, throw different looks at him. Two, and then make every shot for him contested.
Royce, good luck. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
All right, guys, back to you. Mike.
All right, George. 9 assists for Phoenix in that first quarter. They shot 59%. As Beal pulls up, can't get that to go. Kenrich Williams out there with Jalen Williams, Caruso, Hartenstein. Inside, Hartenstein floats it up. That won't go. It's Allen, Beal, Plumlee, Dunn, and Jones. Grayson Allen goes inside, back up top. Seven on the 24. Good defense from Kenrich Williams. Shuts off Allen. Forces a double team and the help from Hartenstein. And that is OKC defense in a nutshell right there.
Tremendous job by Kenrich Williams cutting off that penetration by Grayson Allen, and it's just such a commitment across their roster to keep the ball in front of you. But if you do get beat, you're not going to get hung out to dry with the help.
Plumlee tried a fancy spin move, lost it, back-to-back turnovers. Joe to Caruso. Nice fake by Caruso, keeps that dribble alive. Throws it off the chest of Hartenstein. That's only the second Thunder turnover. Grayson Allen walks up into with three. The third Williams here on the Thunder roster. Kenrich, another just a good solid veteran, doesn't play huge minutes. Dangerous pass, but Hartenstein able to get it. Jalen Williams too strong. Hartenstein keeps it alive. Goes all the way in the backcourt. Williams kicks it out. Caruso wide open. Plumlee battling. Joe comes out of the pack. Another offensive rebound. That was a key point as Caruso misses that from Mike Budenholzer before the game.
For them, typically when they have their smaller lineup on the floor with Kevin Durant out there as the 5, but even here with Plumlee giving up some offensive.
They'll tell you not turn the ball over.
As quickly as Oklahoma City pull the glass and give yourself a chance. Oklahoma City's just too fast up the floor.
Crest or Colgate?
Typically Crest, but now the choices overwhelm me. There's too many. I stand there for 5 minutes in the aisle staring at the different boxes.
There really are a lot of different variables of Crest. Jones knocks it down. If you had toothpaste choices for tonight's game, you win. Joe goes inside. 3 minutes gone by here in the second. Isaiah Joe, good looking. He's got 5 points off the bench.
You talk about hot. He is averaging just under 15 in his last 10 games and 56% from the...
You add an extra player, and boy, it can make a difference in the team as Williams misses. Top of the backboard inbounds. Beal pulls up, and Devin Booker have been on the court together this year. They're 23-11. That's a 67% winning percentage, basically.
And I think 67% total since they've been paired together, which if you look at the rate that teams are winning this season, Mike, think about where that puts them in the standings. They could just keep them on the...
Tyus Jones, 8 points, a couple of assists. Of course, starting now with Beal coming off the bench. Royce O'Neal guarding Jalen Williams. Williams in the paint. Soft. So Phoenix continues to shoot lights out. 61% from the field against a team with the #1 defense, #1 in opponent's field goal percentage, and a whole host of other categories. Shot clock at 5. Beal. Jones in the paint, turns, scores.
Just not feeling the pressure that Oklahoma City typically makes you feel out on the perimeter. They're comfortable in their handle, in their ball movements, and certainly in their shooting.
Williams thought he got fouled. Suns come the other way. 5 minutes gone by here in the second. Phoenix trying to snap a 2-game losing streak. Pass inside to Nick Richards. They will reset. The 2 losses were both in Portland, and early in the season you think, oh, those are bad losses. Portland's playing great now. O'Neal lines it up. That's good. Opponents of the Thunder this year have shot 50% from the field. That's a beautiful move from 5 times in 48 games. 5 times. That's it. Right now, Phoenix shooting 63%. Obviously, still a long ways to go as Jones turns it over. That's rare. Jones has been the leader in assist to turnover ratio 6 consecutive years. O'Neal getting the start tonight, and he has paid dividends. 12 points, 3 boards, 7-point Phoenix lead.
Fairly quiet start for Booker, but when you've got 3 other guys in double figures already, you can withstand that.
Jones inside to Richards. Richards has it knocked away by Lou Dort. Gilgeous-Alexander, the hesitation now gets inside.
Against OKC because of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's ability to get in small gaps and seams.
Jones misses a 3. Richards the offensive rebound. Beal, jump shot. It's good. Been asked to come off the bench, and as you said, he's embraced it, but he's not happy. He'd rather start.
No doubt. That's a tough thing for any player that's had the success he has in this league to accept, but he's done a great job of it. His production has been almost identical to when he was a starter, and their winning percentage has been identical. They're basically a 500 team either way, and he averages 17 a game either way.
Like Budenholzer says, he's been incredibly professional through it all. 15 points in 13 minutes. Crowd kind of quiet. This is one of the loudest crowds in the NBA. But the Suns with a magnificent offensive performance so far here in the first half. Nice pass inside. Booker. Shot won't go, but a foul.
Set up these 2 free throws.
Coaches, you look like it. Dallas, and the way they play has changed significantly.
Completely changed right now what the landscape could look like. And it's going to be fascinating to watch both of those teams, LA and Dallas, and this new iteration of what they are going to look like acquiring these star players. Everybody will be fascinated to watch it evolve.
O'Neal. Beal against Gilgeous-Alexander, gets inside. Good help defense. Wiggins now on O'Neal. Grayson Allen, catch, shoot. Comes up short. And the other Jalen Williams with a rebound. 9-point Phoenix lead. They've led by as many as 12. Gilgeous-Alexander back up top. Phoenix competing defensively. Williams left open, does not want to shoot that 2-pointer. Wiggins going to have to a contested 3, gets it off. Can't get it to go, but Jalen Williams tips it. Another offensive rebound for the Thunder.
Killer to have a great defensive possession collectively and allow a long rebound to give a team this good. For this exact reason. What?
Leading the NBA for franchise, if he held that. Kevin Durant once averaged 32 a game when he played here. Russell Westbrook averaged 31.6 per game. No Durant tonight, sprained ankle. Beal to Allen, corner 3, that's good.
And this is really Bradley Beal right now, setting the table and showing you how talented he is as an offensive player, even against this great defense, repeatedly breaking them down.
Gilgeous-Alexander baseline for SGA. Beal, meanwhile, off the bench, 15 points, 4 assists, 3 rebounds. Grayson Allen, that one off the mark. No catches. Ahead to Wiggins. Beal, good defense initial. Trying to fight over a screen. Gilgeous-Alexander gets in the paint. Leans in and contact that time.
Center is 5-6 feet back, and he sees that his mind starts working in ways that he can get a guy off balance and get into that pull-up.
21-point first half for Gilgeous-Alexander, but it's the Suns with a 6-point lead. Minute and a half to go. And a foul on Gilgeous without Kevin Durant. Boy, Plumlee upset.
In a great balanced position, it doesn't take much to knock someone into the backcourt, which is exactly what Hartenstein did.
Lou Dort comes up short. Hartenstein had it knocked out of his hands by Plumlee. Dort guarding Booker. Booker gets inside. Beautiful.
See one side of the floor with somebody getting beat off the dribble and all the way to the rim before there's a rotation along the baseline. Very rare for Oklahoma City.
SGA pulls up from the field. All 8 of his free throws have been good. Booker. And O'Neal.
Just a split second, he couldn't quite see the basketball until it was too late.
If you said the Suns were going to have 11 turnovers, that's Gilgeous Alex still. You said Phoenix had 11 turnovers and they were going to be ahead. Crowd's been kind of quiet, and that's because of the Phoenix Suns' offensive execution. But a 5-second difference shot clock, game clock, and a foul on Isaiah. Meanwhile, the Suns have been rhythm the entire his contributions. What it was for so many years for the Miami Heat, NBA champion. Gilgeous Alexander goes right at Plumlee, gets inside, layup is 28 points. Final seconds, no fouls to give. O'Neal gets it off in time, and that will end the first half.
From baseline drives. Baseline drives against OKC are where possessions go to die, and they haven't done a lot of that. They've kept the ball on the wings and above, and that's where you can operate much better against OKC with ball movement.
And right away, they've tied the game. Largest lead for the Suns was 12. And again, they shot so well, over 60% from the field in that first half. Booker guarded by Dort. Booker turns into a double team, gets it down to Richards. Richard right back out.
When I spoke to Mark Daigneault, the head coach of OKC, he talked about their defense, defending the perimeter and the three-point shot. He gave the Suns a ton of credit for the way they were moving the ball. Kind of attack defense that he feels that needs to be shored up.
Thank you, George. Meanwhile, the lead is already gone. Dort with the save. Well, they've had this year. Gilgeous Alexander can't hit that. And Hartenstein calls
Every
no
metric
surprise.
you could think of, Mike, they're going to be great at it. It's just that kind of year for them, and their defense gets most of the credit, but they're a very efficient team offensively as well.
Booker got some space, but just couldn't get the shot to go down. Williams searching out to Dort. Dort, three-pointers good, and just like that, the Thunder up by 5. And this is their largest lead. Jones looking. Another turnover. Here comes Wiggins. Jones tries to get in his way. Wiggins throws it inside. Gilgeous Alexander using that left hand. Not just a busy trade deadline so far, but the big names that could really make a difference for teams come playoff time. Booker fights over a screen. Dort right on him. O'Neal, nice fake. Back to Booker. Jump shot. Can't get it to fall. Richards battling. But the Thunder come away. What a dominant start here in the first 2.5 minutes for OKC.
7 possessions now for the Suns out of the locker room without a point, including 3 turnovers.
Gilgeous Alexander tied up.
The desperation has picked up. You're seeing white jerseys flooding to the ball. A lot of activity with their hands. It's just a different level right now that they've taken.
Jones can't get it to fall. The three-point shooting was huge difference in that first half. Phoenix good. Oklahoma City struggled, but they're not score here in the third.
You know, that one was a quick hitter, so it was tough to really run an extra guy at Shea. But at some point, they're going to have to consider just making sure they get a second body to force him to give the basketball up, because he is just absolutely owning the middle of the floor and getting wherever he wants right now, controlling the game.
He's got 32 of their 72 points. Williams. Hesitation, now gets inside, turns, shoots, and Locke continues an 11-point lead now. Williams right up into Booker. First-time All-Star. There's just not a lot of room to move right now offensively for Phoenix. Grayson Allen off the bounce, shot blocked by Gilgeous.
Of the game. to average 30 on 50% shooting with 5 boards, 5 assists, 2 steals, and 1 block. The other guys named Michael Jordan did it twice, and both of those were MVP seasons.
Lovely company he keeps. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get that one to go. Rebound Wiggins, Jalen Williams in and out. And Allen the rebound. It's now over 4 minutes. Phoenix is yet to score here in the third. And Booker gets
OKC's defense, and he didn't.
another. And Booker's, saying it means so much to him than his entire career with the Phoenix Suns. An extraordinary accomplishment in such a short amount of time. Gilgeous-Alexander banks.
Alexander got into his shooting motion. I thought the 2 on Booker were more prone to getting free throws.
6 rebounds, 3 assists, and a block shot. Bradley Beal, the floater. Everything Beal did turned to gold for Phoenix. Allen, good job deflecting, gets it back from Richards. Grayson Allen can't hit the 3. Richards pushed off, trying to put some pressure on Wiggins. Runs right into Gilgeous-Alexander. Against Jones, back out Wiggins, lines up, 3-pointer, that's good.
Body at Shea, and he got the ball to the shooter, and Wiggins made Phoenix pay.
Oh, Gilgeous-Alexander goes up and throws it down. Here in this third quarter, 20-2. Suns have no field goals, 5 turnovers. Bradley Beal gets up and under, and finally took them almost 6 minutes with this swarming, smothering OKC defense. To say they turned it up a notch, Legs, is an understatement.
Yeah, they took this challenge personally. You know they were challenged by Mark Daigneault at halftime to represent what they've been all year defensively. You're seeing it right here.
Nice pass. There's Bradley Beal. Had that hot first half. Bank shot won't go, but he got it.
The more I miss, the more I shoot.
Spectacular game. And Lou Dort, who's 1 for 4 from 3, he's telling Lou Dort, keep shooting.
And that's what Mark Daigneault was referring to, talking about his improved leadership. More better.
But the way he puts his...
They've got a guy who...
The consistency and the efficiency, night in and night out. Beal goes back door. Oh, shot blocked by Dort. Lou Dort with a spectacular defensive play. Gilgeous-Alexander drives, layup, counters. Beal gets away, goes up inside, and fouled by Dort. This team now down 18. Games that take on a complete different... It's expected to play shortly for the Dallas Mavericks. 16-point game. Gilgeous-Alexander gets inside, gets the shot off, and draws. He said he grew up, and here he is a leading candidate, to say the least, this year. Long way to go. And then, of course, Jokic has been equally superb. But this could be the year for, say, Gilgeous-Alexander. Booker, nice move, gets inside. Tripped up.
This one earns him 2 free throws. Right. About Shea last time he was 9th. And yet you've got this guy that's the best in the league at it. So he's not getting a whole lot of help from the line. Speaks again volumes to how efficient this team is overall.
But they're #1 in percentage because he shoots 90%. Gets inside, creates some space. Lou Dort, who he told him to keep shooting. The rebound goes to Royce O'Neal. Booker spins against Wiggins. Suns trying to cut into this lead now here after this disastrous start to the third. Beal off the bounce, poked away by Dort. Here's Jalen Williams. Wiggins, layup, missed it, but a foul. Dual defenders, and Dort.
That contact with his chest. He's strong that the ball stays between his shoulders. Very difficult to get around him. If you do, he just has a relentlessness where he doesn't give up on the play.
Lead up to 18. Beal gets in the paint, comes up short.
Doesn't take much contact to get that call. But
his first 9 years, Ciro Case took him to the finals. Dort goes inside. Ball poked away. Caruso right there. Good defense from Phoenix. Caruso fakes a pass. Can't hit the 3. Dort the rebound. Gilgeous-Alexander, pull-up, jump shot, got it.
Prefer one direction or the other for the pull-up. Doesn't matter to Shea.
Booker, good move, but couldn't finish. Here comes Dort. Dort, the spin move, back up top. Jalen Williams, nobody near him. And Plumlee tracks it down as we're under 3 minutes remaining here in the third. Dunn left open, daring the rookie to shoot. Williams with a rebound.
That's going to be the challenge for Dunn. He's a great defender, has the potential to be one of those all-league caliber type defenders. He's got to be a better and more consistent three-point shooter.
Williams left wide open again, comes up short, gets the rebound. He's not going to do it again. Caruso, though, can't hit that. Devin Booker looking for Plumlee. Royce O'Neal was hot in the first half. Can't get it going. He was 5 for 5 3-point range in the first half, 0 for 3 here in the second. As we're under the 2-minute mark. Beautiful feed. Williams can't get it. Plumlee the rebound. So the other Jalen Williams players on any given night, the usual start. It is such a deep team. And right now they've got their largest lead, a 20-point advantage. Foul called on
Reaching around
this year, and we still have a quarter to go by double figures. They don't just win, they dominate. Gilgeous-Alexander draws the foul before
between team 2 and team
and long way to go
to any type of run the Suns might have.
Right.
To keep him on the floor.
Here's Booker racing up the floor. He thought he got fouled again. Lou Dort goes strong and finishing performance here in this third quarter for OKC. Now up by 21 as we approach a minute remaining. Booker stops and fouled.
Defender squared him up perfectly. And then
redcross.org cover. It will be a long, long recovery. Phoenix shot 60% in the first half. They're 1 for 12 here in the third quarter. Caruso 101-79. Final minute here in the third. Ryan Dunn with 7 on the shot clock. Dunn off the bounce. Inside Plumlee, blocked by Caruso. Last touch.
That he was forcing him into the traffic, and then the backside help with the block.
Gilgeous-Alexander from SGA tonight. 104-79. Shot clock and game clock about 4.5 seconds difference. And Plumlee, a hard screen on Dort.
Two-step basketball.
One more possession here in the third. Gilgeous-Alexander feeling it. Drives inside, pulls up. Shot won't go. I love that thinking.
That's always been my philosophy, Mike. I know that when I played. Eventually they're going to go.
Beal tripped up. He outscored.
Ahead of the Super Bowl coming up Sunday. Mike, Tim.
We have watched this year. It's been spectacular. We get to watch SGA now. We'll watch SVP later.
Both special, equally great in their own right.
Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander still out there. Goes inside, shot blocked. Hartenstein with that left hand in. He's played with the Thunder. The Thunder's record is 20. Gets the rebound, draws another
season, and he has come here and his own rebound and earn another trip back to the.
After last opening minute here in the fourth. And what was a close, fun game in the first half. Shooting touch again. 18 points starting tonight. Had a big first half. Jalen Williams can't get it to go. And O'Neal
on the floor in a league that spreads you out and shoots as many threes as they do.
They have yet to play together because, again, Holmgren got hurt after 10 games, and Hartenstein missed the first 15. O'Neal goes at Caruso. Leans in. Can't get it to fall. Richards bats it off.
Kind of bullied them with their bigs as well, Legs.
It's been a factor for them. It's the one thing. You don't point to much with this team. Mike, it's nitpicking, but they're protecting their own glass defensively, and then occasionally say that they make another three.
No, Jalen Williams, a quiet night for him. The All-Star with 13 points now. And yet another turnover. Allen trying to knock it away from Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander a three. Fight for the rebound. Hartenstein back to SGA jumper. That's good. And a 28-point lead for the Thunder. I have the feeling that's why he's out there right now, Legs.
I believe so as well. And look, this is just continuing this incredible run he's been on all season, but particularly lately. Mike, coming into tonight, 235 points in his last 205 minutes.
Allen trying to poke it away, looking to double team him. Tiptoeing along, now goes up, pulls up, jump shot. There it is. It's Alexander, third time this season, and a standing ovation here in Oklahoma City. Richards. Jalen Williams sneaks inside. Nice feed, and Isaiah Joe banks it home.
It's about, you get to see a special performance out of Shea, but Nick Richards just had maybe the most overlooked great dunk you're ever going to see.
Grayson Allen knocks down the three again. Phoenix playing without Kevin Durant, and for the first half they look terrific. But just then that domination started. Another beautiful pass, Isaiah Joe. And a timeout. We've seen as Damian Lee misses that one. And both coaches kind of empty their benches now with 8 minutes remaining. Isaiah Joe, Jalen Williams, Kenrich Williams, Zhang back in, and Wiggins. Wiggins to Williams. Back shot won't go. Fight for the rebound. Williams gathers. Knocked out of his hand.
Yeah, this team is appropriately nicknamed.
Is 65-27. Is done. Led by just an unguardable player right now. He is on an absolute tear. Damian Lee up top. Iguodala. Iguodala looking for an opening. Bridges couldn't handle it. Thunder, when they have games like this, you watch the starters on the bench and how happy and supportive they are for any success of the guys that don't get a chance to play as much. There's a chemistry on this team. You hear it all the time. And when you're 39-9, the chemistry's going to be pretty darn good. But this team seems to have there's a camaraderie to it that you can see it with a naked eye. It's just, there's something special about how connected they are.
Very rare to capture. They've got incredible trust of one another that the right play will be made for them when it's their turn. And they've obviously got a connection through winning. That does bring a lot of this out. You have to establish this level of chemistry, and then great things can happen on the court. And they've really built something special here around a very special talent in Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Gillespie gets in, and
not only does he...
College was on the NCAA. So a chance to get some action here in OKC. Wiggins coasting a terrific game as well. 17 points and 6 rebounds. They are deep, they are talented, and they are connected.
They max out the sum of their parts. I mean, all of these guys are so comfortable with their...
Into the game, Damian Lee can't get it to fall. It's good to see Damian Lee back out on the floor. Had that terrible knee injury in preseason last year and missed the entire season. And he continues to work his way back. He was a really good player off the bench prior to the injury.
Yeah, big moments in Golden State as well for those teams, and then came here and he really
played a season-high 25 minutes. Again, the blowout against Milwaukee. So 9 rebounds in that game. He's played some G League. He was a really good player his senior year at Weber State. Turnover, throws ahead. Jones makes his move, kicks it back out. Flagler's in the game. Three-pointer won't go from Dukas. Gillespie thought about a three-pointer. Talk about extended time for the bench players. Bol. When Bol has, we're getting into that GOAT discussion, but LeBron James and Luka Doncic on the same team.
Still in shock. It was unimaginable that a player like Luka finals led it another year to the conference finals. The most talented offensive player in the history of the franchise. And that's not a slight against Dirk Nowitzki, the great career he had, but just in terms of raw offensive talent, that's Luka. But the Mavs, a lot of what Luka Doncic now in LA with LeBron is going to be wearing a Lakers uniform for potentially a very long time. And let's see if, what this does to fuel him and his desire to now prove Dallas wrong and win some championships eventually.
You know, it's one of the interesting aspects of this that have nothing to do with the on-court play of those two. Bol lines up that three-pointer, knocks it. And it just shows you how much the fans care, because they're absolutely devastated. They're angry, you know, as
reaction that has taken place in Dallas around this, for a lot of whom he will be, and he's no longer in a Mavericks uniform. So that's just a massive adjustment. Big adjustment for Luka as well.
Well, of course, the reaction from the players, is shock from them, is something that I've never seen. As we check in with George.
You know, it's interesting about the shock factor. Certainly, I spoke to Luka yesterday after his press conference, and you could tell he's still processing all of this. I asked him, you know, about what are you going to do about somewhere to live, and he said to me, he kind of shrugged his shoulders. He's like, I guess my family and I for a while we're going to be at the hotel and then kind of figure it out. And we forget kind of the human aspect of that. But remember Brad Townsend, who is a local writer in Dallas, when he goes to Dallas in April.
The time be a factor in the West, their window of opportunity, but that's not, to me, what it's about. It's about, you know, the next decade and what Luka Doncic potentially could be. Well,
it'll be fun to see, like, how will Dallas play? Will they be at the same level? Will they get better? Will they get things with the Lakers? Will they get better? They lost their key defensive player, but now they get this all-NBA, perennial all-NBA player, as Gillespie misses that one. It's just crazy stuff. And as George pointed out, with the human factor, nice block shot from Iguodala. The human factor of, you know, they make millions of dollars, they have this incredible life, but there's still family involved here, and your life is completely thrown, especially in season, to have to move to another place. It's I think sometimes we underestimate how difficult that can be, especially if you have a family. Moving side shot blocked. Iguodala. Jones gets it back and banks it home. The Suns, without Kevin Durant, obviously had quite the challenge tonight, but they played one of their best halves of the season and led by 2 at halftime. Shot 60% from the field.
For what the Thunder have been all season, different feel about it. This is a team.
And when Phoenix is whole, and again, the key is this is a team to be reckoned with, because when they're not together, they don't have that margin for error. As we said at the top, when those two have played together, they're 23-11 this year, 69-34 overall. And it appears that, although you never know, the way things have gone, Gillespie.
Did I just see a 7 very often, like at any level of basketball?
Bol, he's got tremendous skill. So a minute to go in what will be the 40th victory of the season for OKC. Iguodala gets in.
Himself in the scoring column.
Here at home, they improved to 23-3. The 3 home losses, 2 of them were to Dallas. And Doncic didn't play in either of those victories for the Mavericks here at OKC. The other loss, State Warriors.
I believe there are 7 teams in the league playing above 600 basketball, and they are 14-3 against those teams. 1 points total on average. So it's not just that they beat up on, you know, whoever, the mediocre bottom feeders. They've been doing this against the top teams as well.
And for the fans that have stayed throughout in what turned out to be a blowout in the 3rd quarter, on their feet, they've outscored the Suns 79-46 here in the 2nd half, led by as many as 38. Loyal fan base.